Ball shifts now to the left hash on 2nd and 10. Huff turns, gives it. That's Cottrell. Cottrell has a block. He throws a stiff arm to the 50 and then knocked out of bounds by Nick Oliver. But past the sticks, and that'll be a first down to the Griffin 49. Pick up on the field. Nothing too big yet. Obviously, the penalty helped them as well. Gain of 6 there, 2nd and 4. Huff claps the hands. He gives it to his second running back. That's Dev Matthews. And Matthews has a gaping hole down the far side. Untouched, 38 yards. Touchdown, Central Oklahoma. The hometown man from Edmond himself. Matthews with his sixth rushing touchdown of the season. Well, that didn't take a hold. Missouri Southern last week, and I actually stand corrected. That was his 8th rushing score of the season, as Joseph Kim gives this one a boot high into the air and is returnable inside the 10-yard line. That's Sheldon King on the return, then gets popped and laid out at the 20-yard line. Hank Puckett, the brother of All-American. Mo West on their own 40 after the penalty. Snap back Burwald. Better protected this time. Much better. Clean pocket. Oh, looking for Marcus on a crosser. Got shoved down as the ball got there. Pass is incomplete. Reese Roller, the linebacker, out of Claremore, Oklahoma, knocks him down. No penalties. Incomplete. Well, that drive had a... trying to do. On 2nd and 10, UCO pinned deep on their own 20, 4:09 to go, second quarter. Broncos lead 14-3. Huff back to throw through the middle, juggled but still caught nonetheless as Denver Parker draped over Ashton Schumann. But Broncos 14, Griffins 3. Two wideouts on the left, one on the right side. Huff under some pressure, able to get away from it, steps up in the pocket, rifles it down the middle, and it's caught. Beating Desmond Green to the ball is Javon Thomas, that is, the junior at Tampa, the Iowa West.
There, and kind of took the air out of the stadium, too, with that first down.
Yeah, it was a third down play on 3rd and short. And here's a hole to Jalen Cottrell. Slips through a tackle, and saving the score was Nick Oliver. That run by Cottrell went for 3 yards. 2nd and 8 UCO on the Griffin 14. Huff's going to throw on a 3-step drop through the middle. Wobbly but caught high on the helmet and touchdown UCO. Dominique Dunn, the tight end, is there. 20-3 Broncos.
Got wide open across the middle. Defender was behind him. Huff had time. Not what you wanted there with 1:18 to go in the first half. You're the Griffins now. At this point, pending PAT 17-point ball game.
Dunn has been a weapon in now 6 of the 11 games this year. Second-year Griffith Jr. Rolls right, and he's got a rocket for an arm. That time, though, it's picked off. Looking for Demir Abdullah. Underthrew him. Just underthrew him on a crosser past the sticks, and that's picked off by Willie Rice. And Willie, who had some struggles earlier in this game with a couple of pass interference penalties, he goes over to the visit. 2 turnovers for Mo West. Broncos take over at the Griffin 35. Huff rifling middle. He's got his man. That's Valeriano, and he's tackled at the 10-yard line. Christian Valeriano. One receiver tight right in the gun. Huff. Give to Matthews. He scored twice. Goes for the hat trick. He is just shy at the 1-yard line. Trey Holmes knocked him down. Penalty marker down at the line of scrimmage here on 3rd and goal at the 2. Again, I formation. Dunn the fullback. Matthews the tailback. Huff drops it back. Rolls out. There's Dunn, the tight end. Dropped it in there. Touchdown, UCO. And Dunn has 2 receiving touchdowns in about as many minutes of this second quarter. Well, UCO does deliver a gut shot after all, after another turnover, and they take over at the Griffin 35. And again, a shot, end over end. This will be returnable, and Adair will get the chance at it from the goal line. He gets to the 10 and driven back at the 14-yard line. Stepping over him after he made the right hash. Burwald stands in the gun. That's Hall off to his left. Burwald fakes it to Hall. Kind of zigzags between the hashes, does Burwald. And then the ball came free at the tail end. I do believe Mo West has got it. Connor Holt, the right tackle, a heads-up play to alive by the Griffin mistakes on this drive. 2nd and 10 UCO at the Griffin 24. Now Huff back to throw. Rifles sideline. That's caught. Javon Thomas. Thomas wrapped up by the legs by senior Denver Parker, but he's right at the sticks to the 14. Gain of 10, first down. UCO in the red zone. UCO 2 to the left. Huff in the pistol set in the gun. Rolls it right on a bootleg. Play action underneath, wide open. Dominique Dunn, a hat trick for Dominique. Touchdown UCO. Again, UCO broke out all the tricks on that drive, and kind of similar to the goal line touchdown that he scored, just a roll out on the bootleg underneath to the tall tight end. Nobody downs, and it's 35-10 UCO as Joseph Kim gives it a shot with the right leg on the kickoff. And Adair from the goal line, and about a yard deep in the end zone actually, he'll take it. To the 10, has a block to the 20, slips a tackle, runs into a couple of UCO specialists, but gets to the 29-yard line. 2 wideouts that way, 1 receiver left. Hand off Ricky Dunn. Oh, what an effort by the defender to rip him back. All-American Jack Puckett tackled him behind the line, bring up 4th. Size package here. Fake to Dunn. Burwald under major heat. Oh, and he threw it away anyway, and it's picked off by Connor Johnson, and Johnson is ripped down by Chris Floyd. That's 3 interceptions by Mo West today, the 2nd by Burwald. I saw what Brandon was trying to do. He had major pressure. Made field goal of the year. Clean snap. On the way, much better kick that time, and it is good. So Joseph Kim is rewarded a second opportunity thanks to the penalty. He drills the...
Both those teams were toward the top of the MIAA there as well.
Yeah, Burwald back to throw on first down under major pressure, but spins out of it, got tripped up, threw it, and dropped in the backfield by Brandon Hall. Well, that was a lot going on just now. As chasing after Burr. 2 wideouts each way. Griffins trail 38-10 on their own 25. 1:40 to go, third quarter, and again, Burwald just getting pummeled back there. Here comes the boom again, and the sack levied by Cameron Dunn.
Around the MIAA, looks like Pitt.
stjosephcountryclub.com. Quickly back on the field to start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 UCO as Huff play action. Darts it in the seam to Ashton Schumann. Schumann with room to go to the 30. Stays on his feet to the 20. Stays in bounds and shoved down and out of bounds by Manis, but actually Edmond leading here 38-10. Snap back. Huff give to Dev Matthews, who hurdles a man and then gets ripped out of the air by... Give it to Dev Matthews, hits the edge, hits the corner, hits the goal line, touchdown Central Oklahoma. Dominique Dunn and Dev Matthews get their hat tricks as Matthews has his 3rd score of the day. And UCO, kind of like they did against Southern last week, just kind of having their way with things. Over 400-yard win campaign. A playoff victory in the first round against Washita Baptist last year before they got cut down by Ferris State the second round last year. Burwald, again, just facing heavy pressure, but able to improvise, dumps it off in the backfield to Hall, and in the backfield he'll stay. Hall is planted for a loss by Dalton Hurd.
UCO is playing like a team with a lot to prove here today, and like we talked about earlier, they could potentially have a bowl.
25 season. 2 wideouts on the right, Burwald back to throw. Again, better protected. Weston Langvart held, though, and Burwald gets sacked to boot. Oof. Ooh. Sacking him was Connor Johnson.
Happened this late in the game either.
3rd and 16, Mo West on their own 38. 10:24 left. UCO 44, Griffins 10. Burwald rifles middle, tipped off the hands of Myers and ping-ponged around a couple defenders and picked off again. Kazan Bird still not down. It takes almost 3 different Griffins to bring him down, and the UCO bench erupts in celebration. There are flags down. There's a late flag down. And again, UCO will head to the... Marvin Gant, guys that have been around forever. By the way, it's 4th and 14 UCO. They're going to try a 51-yard field goal. Joseph Kim, this would tie a season long. He gives it a pretty good attempt toward the south uprights, and he does drill it.
A lot of extra yards there on that one.
Yeah, that would have been good from 60. Joseph Kim, he hit a 51-yarder against Washburn back on the 3rd game of the season. So that's his Griffin running backs in program history have done that. Now, Hall's going to lose a few of those yards as he gets on a delayed give. Like 3 or 4 Broncos come 3. Mo West on their own 12. Burwald 2 wide receivers each way. Pressure comes, dumps it off in the flat to Jaden Williams. And, I mean, there's just nowhere to go. It's been a no-fly zone out there, quite honestly. And all of those turnovers have led to points. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. There's the backup Clayton Creasley, and he's going to run. Between the hashes, shucks a would-be tackler. He's got to block a stiff arm to the 20. He covered a lot of ground going east to west and north to south. Gain of 5th season since a 2-8 mark in 1990. Last time Mo West won 3 games in a year, it was the MIAA era, 1986, beg your pardon. Stretch play left to the running back, Marquise Harris. That was a near score. He's bumped out of bounds losing season since 2016 and 17. 2nd and goal, handoff, walk-in touchdown for Marquise Harris. UCO adds another. Harris, his first career collegiate touchdown. And it's 53-10. It's obviously a similar looking result. Oh, and a handoff by Thompson to Thompson is dropped, and UCO's got it. So there were 4 interceptions and now a lost fumble. And Joey Javier, the linebacker, picks it up.
And UCO, again, gets the ball inside.
For the 5th time, yep. UCO takes over in Griffin territory.
I think all of them inside the 40, right? Just off base memory.
Some soul searching. And, you know, like I said in pregame, Tyler Fenwick told me during the week, we're going to look at everything. Stretch play to the left, some missed tackles as Marquise Harris throws a stiff arm. He scored on the previous drive. He'll have a first down here to the 21-yard line. Missouri Western Athletics. Out of the 2-minute timeout, it's backup quarterback Clayton Creasy going back to throw. Now he's going to tuck and run on 3rd and 8. He's got a chance for that first down, but Denver Parker still out there on his senior day in the wing.